When I first came on staff with John Paul, I started understanding, or I didn't know at the beginning of how powerful dreams were. And I always thought that, dreams were just your imagination, or you shouldn't have watched that movie last night. And so I didn't really realize the power of dreams and how they can affect your life, and how you can have a dream that can speak to you about what's going on in your life today, or you can have a dream that will change your future, or you can have a dream that will communicate to you warnings or many different things. And so over my time here with John Paul, I've had dreams that have communicated to me what was going on or what was happening. And I remember as I was teaching the classes, I started learning about this term called lucid dreaming. Basically, lucid dreaming is being, if you're in a dream and you know that you're dreaming, that's lucid dreaming. You're aware, you're cognizant that you're in a dream and you're dreaming at that time. And then you can make changes in that dream. You can cooperate, or you can be an innocent bystander. And I've met over the time of teaching these classes all around the world, I've met people who've been able to do some incredible things to dreams. And I remember this one story of this lady. She says, I've always been able to lucid dream. She says, ever since I was a little child, I remember that I could stop a dream, rewind it, watch it play out, stop it, rewind it. And I thought, that's amazing. I was like, how in the world does she do that in a dream? She knows she's dreaming, stops a dream, rewinds it, and replays it. And I thought that was really fascinating. She says, and then she said, I realized the power of that when I had this one dream. And she started telling us this dream that she had. She said she had this dream one night. She's in the dream. She's watching her son and his friend driving their car down the road. And all of a sudden, it goes into a head-on collision and he dies. She stops the dream, she rewinds it, and as the dream is playing out again, all of a sudden, right when it's about to impact, she screams, and she said she pushed the car over 3 feet or 5 feet. I can't remember exactly. And she wakes up. And I think it was a couple days later, or about a week later, that dreaded call that every parent who has a child or a teenager gets. Your son has been in a terrible accident. So she runs down there and she goes to the scene, and they got the jaws of life. They're trying to get her teenage son out of this mangled car, him and his friend. And she gets up there, and the detectives there, or the officers there, and he says, man, it is interesting that if that car would have been turned 3 feet more this way, it would have been a head-on collision and he would have died. But since it was turned 3 feet this way, she said the car hit it on the stabilizer bar, and everything crunched down, but it protected the two inside the car. That is the power of lucid dreaming. That you can change the dream in the dream. And that just kind of blew me away. And it made me realize is that the power of dreaming, that when you're sleeping at night, things happen.